Welcome to the online classes of St. Joseph's School. Today, 9th standard, second lesson we will learn, that is First World War and Russian Revolution. In the first lesson, we learned that Western European countries expanded their empire by establishing colonies in Asia and Africa. So, there aroused a competition between European nations to establish colonies. The greed for their colonization among Western European nations caused economic, social, and cultural ruin of Asian and African countries. So, the Western European countries did not spare their neighboring countries also. That means they attacked neighboring countries and established their trade centers there also. And we can see that for 6 centuries, Spain had the monopoly of establishing trade centers in the neighboring countries. Italy, Germany, and other states or other countries became the victim of greed of France and Austria. When the European powers were tightening their grip over the Asian and African nations, many European nations which had become free followed the footsteps of England and tried to establish their colonies in other countries. So, if we take the case of Asia, we can see after establishing colonies in Asia, then England established their colonies in Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Singapore, China, etc. England had a trade relation, opium trade between China. So that led to the wars, and they fought the wars in 1839 to 1842, and the China lost its 5 ports. We know that time the ports played an important role for transferring their goods and all. So China lost 5 ports, and due to the weakness of China, many countries attracted to China and also tried to establish their colonies and also to get political rights. And if we go to the Africa, then we will see the African countries. Same way what happened in Asia, African countries also faced this colonization, because so Africa also was a good place for acquiring raw materials and for selling their ready products, and that also destroyed the African economy and their social and cultural influence also. And what later many countries tried to establish colonies after England, and there came a conference. Later they did one conference for the European nations was held at Berlin, and they decided that African provinces have to be divided among the European nations, and they divided the African provinces among the European nations and established their dominance in Africa. So these Asian and African countries were the most affected by the colonization. So because of the colonization, why these England or Western European countries need the colonies in the Asia and Africa? We know that 1750 to 1850 we can see Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution took place in England. Industrial Revolution took place in England. As a part of Industrial Revolution, many factories were established and many new machineries were discovered. So we know that machines can work more than people, and many things, the same type of things, same quality or the same design can be made easily through these machineries. So these European countries needed raw material for their factories as a part of this Industrial Revolution. and it led to the commercialization and also colonization. So that was the basic reason for finding the colonies in different Asian and African countries. Then these people, these Western Europeans did not left any countries, even the West Asian countries like Arab countries, West Asian countries also. West Asian countries were famous for their oil resources. West Asian countries were famous for their oil resources. So these countries also established their trade relations with these countries. Especially we can see that they established their oil companies with Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Bahrain also. So almost everywhere these European countries reached. So we can see one side the colonization was going on, and the other side we can see Italy and Germany completed their unification and became strong. So Germany played an important role in the First World War. It was Germany which started the First and Second World War. So that time they completed their unification and became very strong. And what they did, they also plunged into the business or the commercialization, industrialization and colonization of these countries, and that led to the weakness or exploited some of these countries politically, economically and socially. We know that already we are dominant in these areas. So if any two parties again come and establish their trade centers, means our business will decrease. So that exploited the different countries also. So this is the background of First World War. Asian and African countries were dominated by these European countries. They established their colonies and trade centers for getting raw material from these countries, and also they find ready market for their goods produced in the factories. So they brought back the goods to these countries and again forced the people to buy these products. So they got more profit in their trade. Then the next we will see, then what are the different factors of First World War? How it led to the First World War? So background we have seen that colonization. Now what are the different factors that led to the First World War? So First World War began on 1st August 1914. 1st August 1914. We know that two world wars were. First World War, okay. Then two world wars took place in the world. First is First World War in 1914 to 1918, and the Second World War from 1939 to 1945. So now we will see the factors of First World War. First one is economic factors. So economic condition of Asian and African countries ruined. European countries were prominent in their trade and all, but what happened? Germany also entered into this commercialization. Germany started to sell the products less than the price of these European countries. So that made confusion, and that led to the one factor for a First World War. See, England had established its vast empire in Asia and Africa in the 19th century. It exploited colonies economically and became rich. Due to industrialization and swift colonization, Europe required huge quantity of raw material. In the last quarter of the 19th century, Germany had started the competition to procure the markets in Asia and Africa. Germany supplied cheaper goods in comparison to England and France. Afro-Asian markets that England and France dominated were thus broken up by Germany. Consequently, there was an intense economic competition between Germany and England. So, the entry of Germany in the international market or markets in Asia and Africa broken the trade of this England and France. That was the first reason for First World War. Second one, militarism. We know that military is needed for the self-defense or because of the military only these European countries established their colonies by showing their power and all. So here what happened, military force was necessary and important for the competition that the European nations got into for expansion. Military power England, France, Austria, Russia, etc. had began expanding their military power, while in countries like Japan, Italy and Germany started compulsory military training and production of weapons was increased under the pretext of self-defense. Already these European countries had their good military service and all, but compulsory training was started to given by Japan, Italy and Germany. So militarism got an impetus and military competition added to economic competition. So military competition is one of the important factor for this First World War. That shows the power of the country. Then the third comes groupism and secret treaties. Here we can see two groups. Then first group led by Germany and second group led by England. Second group led by England. And also they have many other countries supported them, and each group suspected each other, or the countries in the first group themselves suspected them that each other. So everything confused. Then groupism and secret treaties played a major role in the First World War. The world was divided into two groups before the First World War. One side was the group of Germany that included Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria and Turkey. Other side, group of England, France, Russia and Japan. So among these countries aroused what? Jealousy, enmity, mistrust, fear and hatred evolved between the groups, which was an important factor of the First World War. If two groups are there, then always we will see the other group in enemy as enemy only. So that increased the that was one of the other reason for the First World War. So first factor, economic factor, militarism and groupism and secret treaties. Next comes feeling of nationalism. Nationalism means love towards our country. So we know that Italy's and Germany's unification was possible because of the national spirit only. Here we can see the extreme nationalism. So extreme love towards these nations. What it led to? This economic policies, economic jealousies, competitions and colonization in Europe had increased so much that national interest of each other began to clash. Leading European nations began teaching destructive and extreme nationalism to its people. They believed that love for one nation and hatred for the other nations. Love for one nation and hatred for other nations was encouraged. Then William Kaiser, the chief of Germany, wanted to become the leadership or wanted to get the world leadership, and he wanted to conduct all the things according to his will. The feeling of war spread across the nation as in Germany, and this resulted in the First World War. And the next is role of newspapers. Newspapers played an important role for the First World War. Newspapers of the European nations aroused so much of hatred among people with their mutual, derogatory, provocative, exaggerated and false write-ups by spitting venom against rival nations that the rulers of the respective nations could not even make efforts for establishing peace and harmony. So we know that mostly people get the news of the nation through these newspapers only. They never given the correct news, always false news was given. That also became the one cause for a First World War. Then the last point is philosophy about war, what they believed in that war. The policy of war is welfare took root in Europe. They are fighting this war is for the welfare of the people. German writer Trotsky published maxims like only the mighty deserve to live. Only the mighty means only those who have the power deserve to live in the world. And war alone is the national aid. Only through war only that can be shown, the power can be shown. And they considered war as a sacred work. So they were, all the nations were ready for the First World War. So these were the different reasons or causes for the First World War. Economic factors, militarism, groupism and secret treaties, feeling of nationalism, role of newspapers and philosophy about war. Okay, thank you.